And it's written from the perspective of people who, like, we can't deny that, like, our dreams have come true because of this industry in many ways. But it's also, like, so frustrating and aggravating, and you're constantly seeing people make choices that are confounding and contrary to their own love of film. That was a real revelation that we had, was that a lot of these people who make movies that work at studios themselves love film, but are constantly making choices that make it worse. And that actually was said to us when we were very young. We were in a meeting getting notes from a studio executive, Steve Asbell. He runs Fox now. And he looked at me and Evan and said, I got into this because I love movies, and now it's my job to ruin them. And we never forgot it, and it really made us sympathize with those people.
I do think, it is savage about the industry, but I think it's a loving tribute, honestly. These people love movies, and I appreciate that angle.
Yeah, I think it's actually like the biggest misconception about studio people is that they are just like money-grubbing monsters who don't care about art at all. Even sadder than that, they love art, but are constantly having to make the choice of money-grubbing monsters who don't care about art. And it's an incredibly conflicted job, and they're constantly having to do things that disappoint themselves and that are antithetical to their own love of cinema. And that's something that we recognized from a very young age. We would work with these people. I remember the first time I met Amy Pascal, I was like, oh, she knows more about movies than anyone I've ever met. And like, she has to, because she has to argue with David Fincher and she has to win that argument, you know what I mean? And it was very inspiring to see how much she loved film, but it was equally disheartening at times to see how much she had to disregard that love of film for her own self-preservation. And that was something that everyone who worked at every studio is faced with that choice 10 times a day. Do I do what's right for movies, or do I do the thing that is less likely to get me fired ultimately,